Hello and welcome back to City Skylines, everyone. The city is really starting to take shape. Downtown has really started to take off, and I'm actually kind of worried that I might be a little too far in the center for that, but it'll be okay. Um, like I mentioned in the last video, there's a new DLC that'll be coming out very soon called concerts, City Skylines concerts. Looks like it's going to be concert venues that you'll be able to add into the game. I think that's going to be really cool, and I think it's going to be a really great aspect to add into this city. Um, what I want to focus on today is I really want to look at. First, let's look at our demand. So, our demand right now is for industry, right? And I don't want to add in more industry over here or over here right now because I have to be able to get goods in over here to the. Actually, I don't even have commercial zoning in over here yet. So let's fix that first. I'm going to need to do. Let's see, commercial zoning there. Let's put. Let's see, let's do some there, there. Oh, I've got a little bit of commercial zoning in over here. Okay. And then here's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to put some in there, and then I need more to go in there, like that. Okay. So that'll give us some commercial zoning. Now, what I was gonna say is that I don't want to have these trucks going from over here or from here all the way over to here and clogging up this whole intersection. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create an industry area over here. So it'll allow them to actually go from here over to here. And I think it'll be okay. I think that'll be fine. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and add in, and let's do, why not? Let's do it with the roads here, or with the trees. And then I'll add in, and this is going to be extremely grid-like, extremely. But when you're in a downtown area, you are going to see that. It's going to be grid-like, because it kind of has to be. I thought those provided power. I guess they don't. I don't know. So let's get this put in here. I'm going to leave that open for more incinerators if we end up needing them. Which, I mean, I'm sure we will, but I'm just going to leave it open for right now. And then the offices are going to create kind of that buffer. Pardon me. Excuse me. The offices are going to create that buffer that we're going to need in between the, the residential and industry, the nasty, dirty industry. So I've got enough piping going on up here, so let's just add a little bit more. I'm definitely going to need to add in a firehouse up here. This is really bothering me that this is completely off center now. I don't like it. It's bothering me. I'll have to fix it later. I am. It's going to drive me nuts. So this roundabout is actually working out really, really well. The roundabout's working out well. That industry is growing up or growing in a lot faster. Growing in a lot faster than what I anticipated. So that's good. Now, what I'm also happy about is that the traffic is going onto and off of the roundabout like I want it to. Now, my only concern is going to be if I have a connection over here. Is traffic going to go straight through, or will it get onto the roundabout? That's going to be... Well, no. It will go straight through because... Here's why. I will make it go straight through. It's not going to have a choice. It will have to go straight through. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, I can't do that. I just realized I can't do that. That's not feasible. Okay. Okay, strike that. Forget what I just said there. Um, so that, actually, I'll just give like one lane to go that way. Okay, we'll see if that works. It might. It might not. I don't know. Now, let's go ahead and get, I want to have this come out to there, and then come to here. I think that's going to match up. Yep, it does. Alright, so with that being said, I think I can take this out one more. Yeah, and then we'll have it connect there. And then we'll have that connect there. That will connect there. And I think... Do I want to have that connect there? Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and have a connection there. And then the rest of this can actually connect going down this way. And then that's going to go... Why is that so close together? Huh. Interesting. We'll just have that go that way. So that can go there and there. That can go there. And this can come down here. Nice. So that's definitely going to give us a lot of area to play around with when it comes to adding the industry in here. And it also gives it a way to get onto the highway this way, rather than having to travel this way to go that way to come this way. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set a policy in place called Old Time Policy. So, or Old Town Policy. Old Town Policy means that only residents and businesses can use the area for motor vehicles. Ban other motor traffic. So, in the event that, say, a vehicle from here needs to get onto the highway, instead of it coming onto the avenue, going down this avenue, well, actually coming onto this avenue, going this way, going straight up that way, and then getting on here, it's actually going to force it to come out this way and get onto the avenue that way. Now, I don't know what kind of limitation access I want to give them right now, because if I'm looking at my districts, I have this kind of limited to where they can go. So I'm going to leave it where it's at right now. Because I don't know if I want to open up either this one or this one to allow that traffic to go on there. I don't think I'm going to, though. I think I'm going to leave it closed off. For now, we'll see what traffic does and what happens with it. But the good thing now is that now that I have all of this in here, I've got demand coming up now for residential. And I think... Did I ever get a hospital in over here? I don't know if I ever did. I did not. I actually did not. So I need a hospital. Why don't we put... I'm going to have to look at this. I'm going to have to look at what I'm going to do with the rest of this here. And I don't have any other roads coming off of here. So, what if I do... I only want one road coming off from in here. And if I do that... I'm only doing this right now as an alignment. So, let's do that. Let's do that. That one will fit in here. And then I'll be able to fit one more. Okay. Now, with that being said, I don't want all of these in here. That's just way too many intersections. So I want to take out... I definitely want to take out that one because it's too close to there. And that one because it's close to there. And actually, I only want one coming in. So let's leave that one. And then what I want to do is I will do this. I will have that go there. And then we'll do that. Actually, I kind of like that. We'll do that, and then we'll go down to there. That was too far. Let's have that go over to there and up. Not entirely sure why that happened like that, but, whatever. It's fine. I actually don't mind leaving a little bit in between. Um, and I think that's mainly because, there's noise pollution and stuff that can happen. I don't know if that really happens. It doesn't really happen between the buildings, but it happens with, traffic and everything. So I kind of want to limit that to what's going on with it. And I actually think that's going to be a good connector spot right there for that. And that can go there. And then we can have, let's do a road there. Is that gonna, yeah, that'll overlap, so that's fine. I think I should be fine, yep, right there. And then I'll be fine there. And then I'm hearing a lot of upgrading with the buildings, which is awesome. I like to hear that. And then that can go straight down the middle there. Nice. Now, I could do that, but I think I'm going to leave that open. Because I think what I'm going to do with that is I will make a little pathway, and let's turn off road guidelines and grid real quick. And I'll do... Forgot, I don't have road anarchy on right now, so I have to be careful with what I'm doing. This is why I like road anarchy. If you guys haven't heard of that mod before, you're going to want to look it up because I will be using it later on. It's awesome. Okay, that'll actually work. I like that. That works well. And that means I can take some trees, and I'll put some trees along in here. Okay, that looks nice. All right. Now, what I'll do is this I'm actually going to put some office buildings in over here. How far over? Let's put office in there. And then I want to put some office in... actually, hang on. I don't want offices there. And I don't want them along the inside there. That needs to be residential. That needs to be office. That needs to be office. And then I'll make that half office. And then all of that will be commercial. That will be commercial. Commercial will be all the way through there. And then commercial can go to there with more offices through there. And then, not sure what I'm going to do there, but then the rest of this is going to be residential. This is all going to be residential. And I know I haven't added any parks or services or anything like that on yet. It's because I don't really want to look at that quite just yet. Ooh, the 3 times speed on this is working working really quickly. I like it. I've got another game that I'm playing right now, another City Skylines map that I built, and I've actually got about 120,000 people in it. And when you hit the 3 times speed, the game doesn't really run 3 times anymore. It just doesn't. It really doesn't. There's too much going on with that. I had, was it yesterday or was it today? Honestly, I don't remember. But I was asked, what is my end game with this city? What is the end goal? And I didn't have an answer. I don't really have an end goal with this city. I mean, I guess I could think of one, but I don't really have one for this particular series. I just kind of I just wanna build. I just wanna make a really interesting city. I want to have a really cool downtown looking area, which is what we're working on now. Um, and then I want to have, we have our suburbs over here. We've got, another little suburb there, some oil industry. I want to have, farmland out here, which is going to be really interesting. Um, and yeah, I mean that's really about it. So, I mean for now, we'll have to wait and see what else happens with this game. Um, I'm looking at this and it seems to be working out pretty well. At least over here it does. Over here it's kind of slowing down a little bit because of people merging in the middle of that. But we seem to be alright. I'm actually going to do the same thing here as what I did. Actually, no, I don't think I need to. No, I don't need to. Because that's a one-lane road, and that was... Yeah, so that was causing issues. So, yeah, I don't need to worry about that. I was thinking about making, right-hand turn only, and then just two straight, but I don't need to because that's a right turn lane only, and then that's right and straight, so those are fine. I do need to make sure that this does not get backed up because I have a feeling that it can get backed up very quickly. Now, with people moving in and everything, there's definitely going to be an influx of people coming in here. What I'm curious to know is there's a lot of people... Ooh, yeah, see, we've got a problem here. So there's a lot of people getting on the highway, and they're going in that direction. So the question is, what direction are they going, and where is it that they're going? So they're coming down here, getting off at the roundabout, and going to homes, and probably going to work. Okay. And it does look as though, let's see. Now, if we click on this one, that does mean that there's a lot of people. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. See, this is what the old time policy is doing. So, they can't. No, that's not right. Is that the quickest way for them to go? That can't be right. Because I should have. Oh, you know what? I didn't put Old Town Policy on Robin Hills. That's what I didn't do. So I have Old Town Policy on here, but Robin Hills, so policy, Old Town Policy, we'll put that on there. Because what people are doing is they're getting off the ramp and they're going in this direction to get over to here. But what they should be doing is they should be getting off the ramp going this way and coming around this way. That's what they should be doing. Whether or not, but they're not because I don't have the Old Town Policy on this. But now I do. So they should be changing their traffic pattern. And if I go into that, let's go back to traffic. And yes, I am correct. So those people are now coming around this way and going into here like they're supposed to. That's what should be happening, and that is what's happening now. Okay, that's good. That works out. Okay. Now, what do we do next? We're actually approaching 28,000 people, which is awesome. I am starting to see a little traffic back up here when it comes to getting onto here. Oh, look at that. People are going in that direction like they're supposed to. Good. People are going through this avenue instead of taking the roundabout. That makes me happy. Now, the issue that I have now is that people are only utilizing one lane, and they are not using both of these lanes. So I'm going to have to take a look at that in a little while, see if I can't fix that. And here's that's ugly. See, this is what I'm talking about. If you don't, when you're looking at this lane thing, and if you don't change it, then people will be over here in this lane trying to get over into the first lane. So you have to let them merge one lane at a time, or else you're just going to have a big headache. This is not set up correctly, so that needs to go there. That needs to go there. And then this needs to go over here. And then this is working well. The problem is that That can go there, and that can go there. And then they can merge here if they need to. But most of the traffic is going in this direction. And I can't do anything with that at there until I hit 28,000 people and I've got 400 people to go. Because what I'm going to end up doing is I'll unlock this square and then we're going to readjust this and how this works. Because the traffic that's coming off of here, as you can see, it's coming off of this lane and cutting over to the left. It's coming off of here and wanting to go over to the right. And it's just making traffic back up, and it's causing a huge nightmare. Nobody wants to sit in traffic. Nobody likes traffic. I know I don't like traffic. I hate it. That's why I leave work at a decent time so I don't have to get stuck in traffic. But I also go in early, too, to make sure I avoid that as well. Everything else over here, while I'm waiting on those another 100 people to come in, I mean, traffic's kind of picked up a little bit throughout here. And I think we should be okay. The roundabout should be able to handle a lot of traffic. Yay, capital city! So we might look at maybe putting in place some Old Town policies throughout these districts that I've got over here, but we'll look at that later. This unlocks a square that we need in ships and harbors and cargo. We can't do ships, harbor, and cargo because I don't have any shipping lanes. It's the one thing that I did not put in this map because I didn't want to. And I also couldn't figure it out. I know what I did wrong. Like, it took me... I was trying to do it at the end of the map build, and I had already spent 3 hours on building this thing. And by the end of it, I was just like, you know what? I'm done. My brain is done. I am done. I'm not doing this anymore. I didn't want to figure it out. And I kind of wish I would have. Only because it would have made things a little neater for this series, but we'll still be able to do fairies and such, which I think is actually going to be really neat to be able to... why does that look really low? To be able to do some fairies, you know, to have some fairy connections going across this really large body of water for the river. I think that's going to be really cool. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to pause it. And then, this is just bad. This is just really bad. So that needs to go to that lane. And then that needs to go to that lane. Now, actually, what I'm going to do is that needs to be upgraded to 4 lanes. So let's do that first. Let's get this. Do I want to do 4 lanes or do I want to do 5 lanes? Let's do 4 lanes for now. We'll see how that works. Now, the one thing that I love about the Network Extensions 2 mod is the highway expansions. So in the vanilla game, you have a 4-lane highway and you have a 4-lane highway with barrier, and that's these two right here. So 4-lane highway with barrier. But in Network Expansions 2, it gives you the option of a 5-lane highway and a 6-lane highway. When you're dealing with a lot of traffic, it helps a lot to have those much larger areas to deal with. And a lot of that has to deal with, you know, how the traffic flows in this game. Now, I should be able to upgrade all of this to 2 lanes, which I can. And then this, I need to upgrade to 4 lanes. Is that 4 lanes? Yes. So that needs to be 4 lanes all the way up to the off-ramp. Just like that. So 4 lanes all the way up to the off-ramp, which means that this is correct. That right lane will go off, and then the rest of the lanes continue on to the others. Now, what that's going to mean for here is that we're going to take... That lane will go over there. This lane will go into that one. This one goes to that one, and then this one goes to that one. Now, if I just leave that, okay, fine, but the car or the vehicle that's in the right hand lane might want to go over to the leftmost hand lane, and we'll do that right here. Like he will go from this lane to that lane and block all traffic. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to, and this is extreme micromanaging with this game, but I mean, it's something we have to do. So we have to make sure that not only with this lane can they only merge to that lane, but we have to tell these other lanes, okay, you can only merge one lane over yourself as well. So we'll do that, and if he's still wanting to get all the way over, then we can use this to allow them to move as well. Now, it used to be this would take a little while for the traffic to kind of figure out where it was going because it already had its own predetermined set path. But they've enhanced this mod to where that doesn't happen anymore. So if we play this, you can see where the vehicles are going into the lanes where they need to go. And this, I'm actually going to... Actually, no, that's right. For now. I might have to, in order to keep this flowing really easily, instead of allowing them to merge, I'm going to have to keep them in their lanes. Because if you let them merge at any point in time, it can cause a headache when they're all trying to merge at once. See, you can see how the backup happens. You can see how the backup is happening because people are trying to merge. And that's what we want to avoid. Because ideally, we want them to come off of this ramp here, and then we want them to be able to go into their lanes of where they need to go. These guys are going to go there, they're going to go there, and they will go there. And then from there in this lane, they can move over if they need to. They can merge. And then after that, I'm going to say they can merge again. And when you do this, the end result is actually going to work out really, really well. That needs to be able to go there. Now, it should be fine. Because everybody is able to merge where they need to, right up front. And we shouldn't have a whole lot of issues up here. At least we shouldn't. I mean, we might. You never know. Might have to tweak it a little bit later. But now you can see, with everything that I did, there are no more traffic issues going onto this ramp. Everything is completely cleared off. Everything is moving smoothly. Now, go in the opposite direction, on the other hand, and we have a problem. We have a big problem. And it's kind of the same issue. These guys need to come over here to the right because they're trying to get off on this roundabout. Because they're getting off on the roundabout, they're going all the way around, and they're coming into the city this way. So I have a feeling we might have to change this around a little bit. But I'm not going to do that now because we're actually kind of running out of time. But now look at the city. I mean, we walk away just for a few minutes to look at traffic, and now this is huge. Like, this has expanded tremendously. And then industry is really high now. Like, we need a lot of industry. I'm not entirely sure if I want to do this. See, this is why... look at that. That's a lot of noise. But they're complaining about noise pollution. Which I'm not entirely sure why, because there's not a whole lot of traffic there. Let's see, noise pollution. Well, okay, so that's a decent amount of traffic. I mean, it's all right. See, this is why, like, major intersections like this, you want to make sure that you have a buffer. And that buffer is going to be offices and commercial. That's going to be a huge buffer for you. Now, I'm definitely not going to put any residential in here because that's just really bad. Um, what I will do is, since I need that, I'm going to go ahead and put some commercial in here. Or not commercial, I'm sorry. Offices. That's going to go in here. And it's not lining up right. That's okay. So I'll go there, there. Actually, I don't want to go out that far. It's not what I wanted to do. Let's come out to about there, and then we'll go that way. There we go. That's better. So let's get some offices in there and in there. And that just kind of exploded. Wow. Wow. You know, I'm seeing a sick person. I never put a hospital in here. Totally forgot about the hospital. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm actually going to put it in right... Oh, can I not fit it right there? No. Boo. That stinks. Can I put it... Nope. Can't put it there either. Oh, I don't want to get rid of... Oh, man. I didn't do this right. Hang on, let's do this. Let's get rid of that, then. And then I'll put the hospital in right here. So we'll do that. There we go. Hospital can go in right there. This is a traffic nightmare. Actually, it's really not that bad. It's really not. I mean, okay. So it is kind of bad. So traffic is backed up. I don't know. We'll have to look at that later. But, yeah. Look at that. This is our beginnings of our downtown. Look at that. Isn't that nice? There's a whole lot going on this intersection right here, though. I'll tell you what. That's a lot happening. See, and this is the thing about this, too, is I would love to put a monorail in here, but that's going to cut down on a lot of these lanes. It'll take out 2 lanes, and I can't afford to do that. That's just not going to happen. I need to figure out a way to make these people... I need to make these people use this other lane, and I have an idea. I have a really good idea, and I think this is going to help. If I do... Because I have lane restrictions, vehicle restrictions, and if I do a vehicle restriction here, and if I say no trucks, I'm sorry, not there, no trucks here, and if I say no services, no trash, no SOS, which is, you know, fire and stuff like that. Again, none of that. None of that. And if I do in this lane, none of that. And this lane, none of that. This lane, none of that. And this lane, oops, none of that. That should help. That should help utilize some of these other lanes. I hope. I really hope. We'll see. We shall see what happens. I think in the next episode... Because we've actually got... What's this? Facility full. Oh, okay. That's nice. We've gotten a lot done in the last 2 episodes. We've gone up a tremendous amount in people. We've gone up a lot in our building area and what we've done here. I mean, I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, that's amazing. And it just keeps growing faster and faster. which is awesome. Honestly, I don't think I've ever had a city build this fast before. I mean, I'm not using Demand Master or anything, which is good. Actually, the last time I saw someone use Demand Master, it actually broke their game. If you don't know what Demand Master is a mod that takes your demand for what you want and increases it to where you want it to be. The problem with that, though, is that once you turn it off, it actually kind of breaks the game. So you're kind of SOL. Actually, real quick, I need to look at this. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get some crematoriums put in here. The next episode, I don't know. I think we'll look at our services because I can see that we're kind of lacking in some of that, and we're going to need to get that taken care of. Make sure we've got enough services going around here with death care and I mean, let's see, deceased, we've got 309 right now, so we might be going through a little bit of a death wave, but maybe not, never know. That's going to be my only concern for this area back here, is that since we built it up so fast that we go through these death waves. I hate those. We all do. Anyway. Yeah, next episode we're just going to keep expanding. We don't have any demand for anything right now, but have a feeling that demand for residential is going to go back up again here real soon. Like I said, if you have any suggestions for these over here, for these districts, let me know. I'm very curious to see what you have to say. Other than that, thank you for joining me today, everyone. Give this video a like if you liked it. Comment below. Let me know what those districts need to be. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe today. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.